Tonight we are dining at Wine Bar George at Disney Springs. If you don't know, we do dining reviews every single Monday, so be sure to check those out.
Okay, so we have gotten seated here at Wine Bar George. So we've got Taylor, we've got Debbie. Kate is absent at the moment. We've got Zach, and we have Todd over here. They were on our group cruise, which was awesome. We had such a fantastic time. This is the second kind of day that we've actually gotten to hang out with them, which has been really nice. I'm excited.
I am ready for some Wine Bar George. The skirt steak is like the best thing here, so of course we are going to end up ordering that.
And I've got an old fashioned coming that will knock your socks off. I'll tell you more about it when it shows up.
Alrighty. So we are at Wine Bar George, like Taylor said. We have been here a ton of times, and we have never really done a review other than at Christmas time, which was a special menu. And so we are here with some amazing friends. We've been having a great time since. We met up with them over at Saratoga Springs. And we're going to get a ton of stuff. We're going to walk you guys through the menu and show you a bunch of different things you can get. This is a fantastic place. I always feel so bad when people ask us about where they should eat at Disney Springs. I feel like I never say Wine Bar George, but Wine Bar George is literally one of the best restaurants you can come here and eat at. So let's get into all the food.
Okay, so tonight I'm having the old fashioned, the Wine Bar George old fashioned. And what makes this unique is that George is from Indiana. So he has a friend who has a whiskey bar in Indiana. It's actually a whiskey distillery. And the whiskey comes directly from Indiana, and it's called Hooten's American Whiskey. So I've had this once before, and it was amazing. I ordered a bottle, sent it to my house. When I feel like I'm missing Disney, I go get me a Wine Bar George Old Fashioned.
Tea cream. This one is a chicken roulette, which is chicken that's cooked in its own fat. That yellow topping there is going to be some fried chicken skins. Prosciutto, peaches, cheddar cheese there under the tongs. Then you got a calabrese, the red one. Now that one we do season with a peppercorn, so it's going to have a little spiciness to it. Point raised blue cheese in the corner. Pork pate. This one looks like manchego, but don't confuse them. That one's called Tommyville Tom from Sweetgrass, Georgia. It's an unpasteurized cow's milk that's been aged about 60 days. Really, really good. Humboldt Fall goat cheese and mortadella, the Italian meat. For the accompaniments, you've got a whole grain mustard, cornichons or mini pickles, a house-made bacon pepper relish, roasted almonds, a fig jam, and a little honeycomb. And if you've never had honeycomb with blue cheese together, try it. It's amazing.
Not being a blue cheese fan, with the honey though, it's a good balance. I like it.
So we have been to Wine Bar George multiple times now, and my go-to drink is the frosé. This is rosé, vodka, and strawberry, and it is frozen. It is the most refreshing wine drink that you will ever have. It is a must-get here at Wine Bar George. You can also get it at the to-go place downstairs for Wine Bar George, so definitely recommend. 10 out of 10 recommend.
Moscato, made out of vodka, Dole Whip, pineapple, and Moscato. And it is a 12 out of 10.
All right, so tonight I decided to get something very different. I got whiskey, which I never ever get. This is the Hoot. It's made with Hooten Young American Whiskey. It's been aged for 12 years. GE Massenet, Crema de Cassia, and a splash of ginger beer. Discovered by the master sommelier, George. So I guess we could say that this is very much a George drink. So cheers to George. Because again, I don't drink whiskey. Wow. That's surprisingly really good. Not a strong taste of whiskey in there. I think the ginger beer kind of overpowers that a little bit. But then you also get a nice little bit of citrus in there. It's pretty good. I actually really, really enjoy this. I didn't think that I would like it, but for $15, it is a pretty decent drink. I would get it again.
All right, what are you getting to drink next? I'm getting ready to order a drink.
Okay. Joe?
Want something different? You're fine, man. You're fine. You want to try something different?
So we got the big cheese, or the big board here, which includes both charcuterie and cheeses. Of course, my napkin fell on the ground. Of course, everybody's been dying for the meats. loving the cheeses. The only thing that I really care about, honestly, is the blue cheese and the honeycomb. Cheers. It's pretty good. Blue cheese isn't as pungent as I would like it to be, but it's really good. It still balances out really well with the honeycomb in there. What I love about getting a cheese board is when they actually serve it with an actual honeycomb and not just honey itself. So it really kind of elevates the dish overall, but I mean, everybody seems to be picking at this thing. It's really going down very, very quickly. So I realize that it may be slightly chaotic right now. We're trying to really like dive in and try just about everything that we've got here, between the grilled romaine and the olives and the big cheese and meat plate and the meatballs and the mac and cheese bites. Everything is fantastic. This is why I say I feel bad whenever people ask us about Wine Bar George, and I tend to forget about Wine Bar George being here. And I think it's because it's in this area that like is just for whatever reason it seems like it's easy to walk by and you forget about it. But
It's in a world of its own.
it is. But the food is just absolutely fantastic here. It's so good. Mac and cheese bites are very good. Now, if I'm being honest, I prefer my Sheets cheese mac and cheese bites, but these are still really good. I really like the olives that we've got here. The grilled romaine, fantastic. But of course, you guys know me. If you guys have been watching for a long time, I'm all about that cheese board. And they offer a lot of really good cheeses here. Something that you can really choose from anybody. A really great wide selection. So fantastic so far. We've had a great time. We are still chowing down on our appetizers. We will soon be moving on to our entree, but chowing down on the appetizers for right now.
Just scoop it off there, dear.
Everybody else.
Got some extra goodies. Get you some more goodies.
If that makes a video, I will die.
It was nice and crisp. It was breaded. It was beautiful. The inside was cheesy, smoothie. It just melted in my mouth. Delicious. Best mac and cheese bites I've ever had, hands down.
That's right.
Better than Sheets. Hands down.
So we've been having a fantastic time here at dinner so far. We've devoured through all of our entrees. We've had Old Soft Eyes over here talking about his mac and cheese bites. And we're going to move on to our entrees. So for our entrees today, we got the Belle and Evans chicken breast. This is served with exotic mushrooms, calaini, and Yukon hash potatoes. $26. Very good. Chicken was very tender. And then, of course, every time Taylor and I have come here, we have had to get the skirt steak. This is served with roasted potatoes, seasonal vegetables, and chimichurri. Every time that we've been here, I think it's always been served with asparagus as far as the seasoned vegetable goes. And it is by far the best steak that I've ever had on property. This is one that Taylor and I normally share, but if I really had to choose an entree to pick to eat by myself that was steak, it would be this one. It is seasoned perfectly well before they even do it. And we were actually talking to the waiter. He said that they season it, and then after they have cooked it, they will apply the chimichurri sauce to it. So it's fantastic. It is really a perfect meal to split between two. But if you can handle eating the entire thing by yourself, go for it. You will not regret it. This is by far one of the best dishes that you can have across property, especially here at Disney Springs.
So we've had the skirt steak and the chicken, and I think by far we all like the skirt steak the best. It really is. It's seasoned so well, and it's just delicious.
I would say that you won't be disappointed with either entree that we had. The chicken, the potatoes with the chicken were better to me than the potatoes with the steak. But the steak, to me, was a better protein. But I don't think you'd be disappointed either way.
Now, I'm going to say this. I had both. The steak was the best entree, but the chicken is 35% of the cost of the steak. So if I'm looking at it for a value, the chicken was amazing. It was tender, it was soft. These things that came with it were great. And the amount of chicken you got was really a lot of chicken for $26. I don't think you can beat it. That being said, if money's no object, you cannot beat the skirt steak. The chimichurri sauce afterward just gave it a texture and a flavor that was amazing.
But if with your family, you can get both.
You can get both,
Yeah,
like we did with our family.
Yes, our family got both, and we enjoyed it all.
Our family enjoyed it.
Awesome.
No doubt.
Thank you.
Thank you guys. Thank you for coming to Wine Bar George. See you next time.
All right, so we just finished eating at Wine Bar George. Again, fantastic place. Anybody have anything to add?
It was amazing. We love the steak
Yes.
and the old
The
fashioned.
steak.
It was very good. Yes, old fashions were fantastic.
Come for the wine and come for the steak.
The Who was fantastic. I feel like I'm gonna have to do some voiceover when I get home,
But that's okay.
It's a little loud here in the evenings outside.
yeah, it's perfectly fine. We had a fantastic time. Wine Bar George, easily in the top 3 restaurants here at Disney
Definitely.
Springs.
Yes.
You should certainly try it out. It seems like they always have reservations available. We have 6 people. We actually made this reservation the same day, so give it a try and let us know if you've ever been here before.
The food was,
Oh, go ahead. Go.
the food was great, but the company was better.
Oh.